All right. Today was a good practice for us. Coming off the scrimmage, wanted to see a day of response, and whether guys performed well in the scrimmage, guys that had an opportunity to go back and learn and see areas that that need whether it's drastic improvement or just a fundamental focus, situational awareness, the different elements that you get coming out of a scrimmage that will show up, especially for a lot of newcomers. I think we're pushing 35, 40 guys that first time going through. Some guys first scrimmage situations here or spring balls. So it was a good test to see just the mindset response. I thought guys came out. I thought it was an energetic practice. We tried to create some situations. You had some competitive portions of it to where it was defined winner or loser on different situations, coming off the goal line, working, second, third down, trying to force still the mental application of the sequencing of plays, game, just to build off some of those things that we saw on Saturday. But I thought guys handled it well. It was some good physicality. I thought there was good speed. We had got some guys that are given a great opportunity, and we're getting a great perspective of exactly where they are. And I think some guys are taking advantage of it and really you're pushing for more opportunity, more reps with just elevated groups. And then some guys they've got to push, they got to rise up, they got to respond, and obviously I'm excited to see how it plays out throughout the course of the rest of this week. Got to have a great day Thursday, and then obviously our second scrimmage and an opportunity come Saturday.
Chris, when you went back and looked at Saturday's scrimmage, anything stand out to you in second watch?
It was, I think some of the football awareness, some of the application within the course of the scrimmage. We'll introduce some of that, just in practice, situations of what we're doing. But obviously when you're in a scrimmage, it plays out, and that's what the entire scrimmage is ownership of down, area of the field. What's being able to put yourself in the best position to be expect what's coming. And I thought some of the newcomers, young guys, there were some times where we didn't probably show the best awareness, and so. But I thought it was good work day. So I thought Sam Singleton ran really hard. He had some good runs, a couple of really nice cuts. He's a guy that I'm excited about. And just what he's doing and the capabilities that are ahead. I know I mentioned him afterwards. But, I thought Elijah Moore wasn't an elite day, but it was a really good day for him. There's still some opportunities where he can take a big step. As we're pushing him, we need him to do that. But I did like what I saw there. I thought Earl, I might have mentioned it afterwards, but going back and watching it, probably one of his more complete days of what we're asking him to do. Omar Graham's continuing to, I think, elevate himself. Just through the probably the last week. It's continual improvement, and I thought the scrimmage definitely capped it off. I thought the linebackers, really did a nice job of flying around. You had some good plays, and obviously it was a good back and forth. But all in all, a lot of things I thought I saw were confirmed, but also you get in a little bit more details of areas of focus for improvement for guys.
Coach Miles mentioned just some of the challenges with mixing offensive line combinations, and some guys are unavailable. Is that affecting your guys' ability to move forward, or is it? Not
affecting the ability to move forward. You just as you're working through it, some of that is part of the game that. You've got to be prepared for. So we're approaching it now of, hey, if there's times where a guy's unavailable for a day, for a game, for a week or a couple weeks. I mean, it's going to be an opportunity for the next guy, or trying to find and put the best combination without one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to be extreme in our movement. And so, we do have some veteran guys, some guys that, I think, Medley's done an outstanding job of being able to showcase, but he's familiar with the offense. He's got great versatility. I think he's looked really good. I think Andre Otto's a young guy that also is really coming along. I'm proud of his progression in what he's doing. You see for guys that that are getting a lot of quality reps, and just trying to be able to establish where they are, what it looks like. I've been really pleased with a lot of elements of it, and then the guys that are getting every rep that they can hope and desire to show where they are, and the improvement. I'm seeing that. I think Jonathan Daniels, you're seeing some real progression. Challenging Lucas just to continue to take steps. He's had some flash moments, some really good, and obviously there's some areas where he's got to continue to get better, and he owns that, and like the work I'm seeing, just is a big picture from the group.
Brendan, when we spoke to Coach White after the scrimmage, you mentioned Elijah Harris had that for play. I guess what is that level of experience that he brings? Is that kind of helpful in that regard?
No, he is, and he's a guy that's shown up really well throughout the spring, and I think there's still some elements of just one more step of just that continued confidence in the calls and the things of what to do. But when it's time to go out there and play football, he plays fast, and I think that he's definitely been a guy that's shown himself, that's earned the respect of the guys that are on this team for how he's played. And that was, in particular, that one play was, those are the plays that you need to be able to put on display. And I tell guys that you never know when your effort is going to be the deciding factor in the game, and that was an effort play that ended up springing a game-changing play. And so, he's somebody I'm really pleased with, and as I mentioned, linebackers, he's definitely in that group of helping push that group.
Peter, Coach, you mentioned about Samuel Singleton, how a good day he had in scrimmage. What do you feel like he should do to take that next step, especially with that crowd?
Just continue to get better. He's a guy that has a lot of talent, ability. When you sit there and you look at it, I thought Roy Dell was able to get even more today, in the work. And Roy Dell's a guy that has great experience, a great wisdom. I think that Sam is embracing the opportunities that he's getting to get better. And with Roy Dell being limited, it really put a lot more on him. Cam, Jalen Lucas. And all those guys had really bright spots in it. Sam has great speed. We've seen that been put on display. But I thought one of the things was just his interior running throughout the course of a scrimmage. He has a couple of patient runs where he put himself right where he needed to be. Showed toughness and he's got to just continue to get the reps, continue to trust what he sees, continue to push himself to what he's capable of.
You felt like you got out relatively unscathed from a health standpoint. Is that still true? And also anybody working back that hasn't been able to work?
Yeah. We nothing extreme. A couple guys that'll be limited for maybe short term, but nothing big picture that's gonna affect us. And we'll see how it goes here this next few days. Shaheem Brown, who I said at the beginning of spring ball, I was anticipating him being out, for all of it, and he actually got some work in today. Has done a great job in his rehab, and he felt good, looked good. So it was great to get him back out there, getting some work in the secondary. So I think we'll have a few guys that will hopefully in the next week get back out there and continue to get their reps and improvement.
We have time for two more, Ira. After practice, obviously, I'm sure you guys watch film, but this is the first chance maybe with Thomas and Tommy and Kevin to watch them in a game situation and go back and watch film with them and just hear how they process and take accountability. What was that like? Did you learn anything from that? How has it been?
No, it's been really good, and I think there's still learning that's going on, and we're being trying to be somewhat aggressive in the looks, the operation. There were a few operational things where we can be cleaner, but it's teaching those things in the moment. And the great thing about Tom is he's played, he has game experience, and but all things are different compared to maybe place or coach. He's had a couple different coaches throughout his journey. And so just understanding what our expectation is, what it is that we want it to look like. He's got a great presence, in it, but seeing him take control and on the bad plays, just, hey, this is what it is. This is where it needs to be better, and go take the step to make that happen. And I think he does. I think he embraces that, and but he's a spark, and guys. They feel that presence. I think Kevin, it's really the entire quarterback room, because Brock has been remarkable just in his continued progression, and just ownership in the players, helping teammates, his performance, things that he's doing, and for Kevin to go out there, he had a couple of, big time plays, like stepping into throws, whether it wasn't always just ideally clean. He had two huge touchdown passes, and then had did have a freshman moment where obviously had a interception that we can't have, and for him it's just, hey, let's learn from it, let's grow from it, let's be better, and he takes that in stride. So I think he does a really nice job in that.
Last one, Corey. With the receiver room, have you seen any guys that were already here that have taken the next step? Because you're going to need it, obviously,
Yeah.
and make not just the routine play, but go make big time special type plays.
Yeah, a guy that I'm really proud of, for the last week plus, I'm seeing some positive strides is Jaylen Brown, and he's got great ability. It's just the consistency of that performance and that push and strain, and he's growing up. And I thought it was. For the things he did when he got the ball in his hands were great, but for the things that he was doing without the ball in his hand too was, that's what he needs to show. And I thought that he had a good day in that, guys like Elijah, that Hakeem is continuing to work and push. So the guys that have been here, there is progression and there is improvement, and we're challenging them every day to go be more, and I think they're responding to it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
We'll have Rodell Williams at the podium.